Your environment plays such a crucial role into who you are. It can make or break you. It can push you in a different direction that you don't want to go, or it can foster the growth in you finding your way, finding your heart. I'd like to tell you a story about just how crucial the environment has been in my life. I've gone through many stages of depression. It's only been recently that I've understood just how attached I am to being outside. Whenever I was inside, I was depressed. Even now, when I know just how much forest bathing helps me, being outside throughout the whole entire day, not just for an hour, but for the whole day, to spend it camping outside, I know how much that feeds my soul. How much it is what I was always meant to be. And I think a lot of us are like that. Many of us struggle with depression and the daily rigmarole of life, jobs, managing, stress, relationships, thriving, managing your whole schedule, stresses of maybe working at a desk, of working at a computer. And there's something that I know all too well, how that feels. As you see, I was working for a long time. I shouldn't say long. It was quite long for me. For a few months, I took a break from fitness and I stepped into a receptionist role at an arborist company, thinking that I could work my way up in becoming an arborist. It wasn't for me, but it made me understand that I am meant to move more than I am meant to be outside. Working at a desk, having to sit and look at a computer for a 9-hour day was really challenging. The electromagnetic frequencies given off by the computer, I could feel them. Strain on my eyes. And knowing what I knew, I tried to make it better. Knowing what I know about health, I tried to improve my situation. So I purchased a fancy chair called a soul seat. Basically a chair that's designed for just like how you'd sit cross-legged on the ground or on your knees. It had a little cushion underneath your bum, so it would rise you up in this position, but it was anatomically good for your posture. And then I would turn down the brightness and turn on night filter on the computer, try to make it as easy on my eyes as I could. And when someone came to look at my computer, like an arborist or something like that, it would be like, "How do you look at this screen, Ryan?" And I would laugh. So even despite these two things, they improved the quality of my day, definitely. But they weren't enough. The soul was drawing me back to the realm of fitness and movement and health, but also to being outside more. It's crazy now, it's 5 degrees outside, and nighttime as I'm making this recording, and cold doesn't even bother me. It's there, but I actually like it. So I give you this comparison to show you something that I kind of came to understand a while ago, and have really tried to live by it since. I was reading a book by Katie Bowman. I can't remember the name of the book, but it was a book about moving more, and in the book she made a quote that said something along the lines of, "We have been here for a very long time. If we've taken, like human beings have been here for a very long time, and if we take a 24-hour day and we say that that's how long we've been living for on this planet as a species, then certain time fragments would mean certain things, and it took us something like an hour, just an hour, of farming through the industrial age, like 30 seconds to then put a computer in our hands." And that quote really made me realize that we didn't evolve to be inside. We evolved to be outside. We evolved to be in the forest, to be in the fields, to be near the ocean, wherever humans as a tribe lived. We can survive there, we can thrive there. But in general, we evolved to be outside. And she was saying how minds have made these leaps and bounds. A level of consciousness has allowed us to conquer the world and to make technologies to replace basic needs like traveling and communication. And these things are all great and dandy, and I think we have only just started to realize the impacts of things like technology on our lives, and how that tool shapes our everyday environment. But when we think about it from a holistic perspective, it's not just socializing, right? Like communication with one person to another, that being replaced by email or by text. It's not just that that's been affected. It's our bodies, it's our nervous systems, it's everything about us, really. Only our minds, only in thought have we made such leaps and bounds. And going back to the 24-hour example, if it took us that long to evolve from apes to humans, and only a very short amount of time to get from farming, very early agricultural, to now, testament to just how much we can adapt and we can change. I don't think all that change is actually good for us. That is why I come to the forest, to surround myself with an environment our ancestors surrounded themselves with. And I feel the benefits by living this way, by eating more simple foods, by going barefoot or getting barefoot shoes, trying to travel, be it walking or at least riding a bike. And I'm not perfect. Just now, I was on my phone watching Iron Man, and I think that the tools that we have created are just that. They're tools. They don't have to be us. They don't have to identify with them. They don't have to be normal. And cars, technology, phones, busyness, it's all very normal nowadays. And it's creating an environment that, for the large part, is not very healthy for the human body. We've advanced our medical care to such an extent that we've destroyed diseases and can now create miracles, but yet we have never been so unhealthy, and I think it has a lot to do with our environment. What are we surrounding ourselves with? Not whether we're lacking, what vitamin are we lacking? Not we need to lift more. Those can be part of the puzzle. But it's our daily behaviors, it's our lifestyle that needs to change. So I say this because sometimes we don't have control over our environments. We did not choose to be born on this planet, in this timeline. But our soul is here. You are here. So sometimes we have to take it with a grain of salt that not everything is within our power. Not everything is within our control to change or manipulate our environments. But I also think that this idea of control is very misleading. Everything is run that way in our world, controlled, organized, planned, thought out very strategically, and just to let go and to listen within. And that's another point. The more I've listened within, because my mind has a bunch of biases, ego gets in the way, thoughts and opinions of other people, what this person said, what that person said, they get in the way, and just saying no sometimes is not, just saying no and doing something else, sometimes not good enough. One person says you should go be a doctor, but you decide you want to go run your own business. Just you making that decision, sometimes that's not necessarily the way. Sometimes we need to let go of our thoughts and listen to more of our emotions. And I guess the point I'm just trying to make is that for me, what's felt the most comforting, the most healing, the most supportive to me following my heart is getting into nature more. And the more I listen to my feelings, and instead of worrying about making a decision, just experience life and trust in the moment, sit and meditate, the more I am inclined to come here into the forest, take a breath, and then sometimes my thoughts don't shut up. Sometimes, because I'm an overthinker, and I've tried to have 5 different jobs and volunteer things and school going on at once, and it just doesn't work for me, but my mind's still lost in that programming, I should say. So I can get very, very thinky sometimes in my head. But yeah, so sometimes just coming to the forest, just to be present, even just for a few moments, a few seconds, is good enough. Or I can say is good enough is all I get sometimes from the day. But I never try to force the relaxation when I come here. I have in the past, and that's an agenda. It's still planning, that's still organizing, that's still trying to control. So I feel as if I've kind of gone off on a tangent here a bit, but I guess the message that I wanted to get out and share was to consider your environment, to consider listening to your heart more, your feelings. Thank you very much. Namaste.